In today's marketplace, with emerging new technologies and more business is generated through e-commerce and mobile devices, business owners must reach their audience through different channels online more than ever before. We have seen how the shelter-in-place order in the state of Texas over the COVID-19 pandemic has influenced consumers to change from their normal purchasing behaviors and adjust to using websites and apps for purchases that would normally be done in store. With this in consideration, consumers are now purchasing more online, and the same could be said to how these consumers feel towards a brand or how their experience was on their purchase or service. While people around the world are adjusting to the new norm of social distancing, small business owners and social media managers are scrambling to pivot campaigns, adjust content calendars, and come up with new creative ideas to market their products or services. Let's look at some numbers. In 2019, there were 3.5 billion social media users. That's equivalent to almost 45% of the world's population. In fact, Facebook and Instagram have seen a 40% increase in usage due to the COVID-19 pandemic, with views for Instagram Live and Facebook Live doubling in just 1 week and increasingly growing ever since. So who uses social media the most? Millennials and Generation X have the majority of their generation using these social platforms. And even though baby boomers have less than half of their generation online, the COVID-19 pandemic has caused a 20% increase in use by the baby boomers population. So what is a consumer vigilante? In 1990, the term vigilante consumer was described consumers manipulating the marketplace through pressure, protest, or politics. If shoppers don't like what you stand for, or who you are, or what you believe in, or what your family believes in, they'll boycott and make sure everyone knows why. So today's consumer vigilantes are arming themselves with video cameras, computer keyboards, and mobile devices to launch their own personal forms of insurrection. Frustrated by the usual fix-it options, waiting on hold, chatting online with a scripted robot, more consumers are rebelling against company-prescribed service channels. For business owners, today's consumers can sometimes look like a threatening mob. They are often unhappy, make vague or irrational demands, and can rush into unexpected directions that strongly affect business owners' livelihoods. They may suddenly take their business elsewhere, or bombard owners with time-consuming, expensive complaints, or even both. And of course, they're filling the web with blogs and videos, leaving behind serious accusations that could crush a brand's image. Behind the guerrilla tactics is a growing disconnect between the experience companies promise and customers' perception of what they actually get. Consumers are already pushed to the brink by evaporating home equity, job insecurity, raising prices, and the supply of necessary products. So how can all these considerations affect business here locally? Let's compare two companies in San Antonio, Texas, right before and after the shelter-in-place order went into effect. Local shoppers are taking pictures, videos, and sharing opinions online of how these businesses deal and respond to the current COVID-19 situation.
Grocery store, it is wild. So today is the last day that you can get whatever you want to get because the state is officially on lockdown. So we at HEB trying to grab some more groceries, get what we can get while we can get it.
Empty shelves, long lines, and stress of uncertainty in the city has caused HEB to adapt to the situation and react to consumers on a daily basis. HEB transitioned from the normal shopping conditions to an immediate and organized structure within a few weeks before the shelter-in-place order took effect. As each day brought a new challenge, HEB took into consideration their customers' frustrations and concerns. We are all familiar with this next company.
It's hard to miss Taco Cabana's bright pink neon lights and buildings when driving around San Antonio. Their delicious Mexican dishes have been keeping patrons full since 1978.
It's exciting. It's 40 years. A lot of brands don't make it 1 year.
In fact, their original restaurant still open daily for business at the corner of Hildebrand and San Pedro.
Taco Cabana is one of the recipients of a forgivable loan through the Small Business Administration, helping it retain employees and stay afloat while the company is virtually shut down due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Taco Cabana was one of the 88,000 Texas businesses to receive these loans. We will see in the next few days how Taco Cabana handled this situation. Staying connected is now more important than ever, with people and businesses relying on social media to stay in touch with their friends, consume the news, and be entertained.